Well, there we go. Of course, we wouldn't be able to say that this is officially us if we didn't have at least one little flub on our first video back in studio, which of course, you know, for the viewers at home, is the music.
We?
Me.
There we go. Some things never change.
I mean, I like to think that I have a bit more spectacularness to my flubs. Well, it's more than I used to. Now it feels like it's less of a stumble and more of a falling with style.
What's that old saying? A broken clock is right at least twice?
I mean, I feel like that's a bit harsh, but okay. Oh, man, with that, guys, thank you so much for joining us today.
Holy crap, we're in the same room again.
I know. And, you know, we're not out at, like, Madness or something. We're actually in studio together.
I know, it's kind of insane. It's a nice little setup. That's that nice little, is that a high-def screen up there?
Yes.
Because, damn, I look good in high definition.
Well, yeah.
Look at that. That is a sexy man up there.
Well, I mean, yeah.
God, no wonder the broads can't keep their hands off. I mean, what?
I mean, not if you keep calling them broads.
Hey, if that's not a term of endearment anymore, then to quote Professor Farnsworth, I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
Man. Okay. With that, guys, thank you so very much. Oh, wow, we already have some people jumping into the comments here.
Hi, Liz.
Hello, everybody.
Shouldn't you be working?
Wow, we already have quite a few. Alright, so before we address the comments, we should probably just remind everybody who we are.
Well, apparently we don't need to.
Well, for some, for the loyal fans out there.
That's true.
But for everybody else, if this is your first time joining us, I'm Brad, that's Mike, we're Dallas Geek, and thank you so very much for joining us. If this is your first time checking us out, well, this is going to be a fun one, probably. So
hopefully.
Yeah, so we're definitely going to try to jump on into it, but for now, yep. If you have never seen our stuff before, fail. But you can always go check out all of our live shows, interviews, other random things that we do, I guess, over on Facebook. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, share with your friends, all the fun things. And of course, over on YouTube, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you will be notified every time we have a new video posted. And of course, the other big thing, if you like our stuff but don't have time for the videos, you can always check out the audios of all of our interviews, live shows, and now our Thursday audio exclusive podcasts over on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, and Google.
Maybe listen to those with headphones on if you're at work.
Yeah, definitely. That is our less than PG content.
Near anybody that's easily offended.
Yeah.
Minors, the elderly,
the overly religious.
Maybe just don't listen to it around other human beings.
I mean, share with some of them at least.
Maybe.
Well, with that, guys, yeah, what are we talking about, Mike?
Oh. You told me to be here at a certain time. I just showed up. I mean, like, I literally just got my coffee.
Well, you know, that I feel like that's a you problem.
That is a me problem.
I mean,
I'm sorry that I sleep in on my days off.
You were supposed to do your homework going into this.
Come on. We went to high school together. I didn't do homework then. You think I'm going to do it when I'm not in school?
That is fair.
No, I feel like there's something coming up next weekend that we wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Something that's definitely not a potential super spreader.
No, totally not.
Wait, can we use that term?
Yes, it's not the C word. It's the C word that Google doesn't like.
What if I don't call it the C word? What if I call it the R word? Can I say Rona? Is that okay?
Wow. Okay, we're already dancing on
Look,
what's probably going to get us flagged. So.
I mean, as somebody that spoiler alert, somebody in this room has had it.
I mean, fair.
So I feel like that person that's had it should just be able to talk about it at free will and, you know, maybe give a middle finger to the Google overlords if they have a problem with it. Hypothetically, of course. Just, you know, throwing out a potential scenario that maybe didn't happen.
Anywho, we're going to be talking about Fan Expo Dallas today.
We are.
It is next weekend, and for those of you not keeping track, yeah, that's quick. That's very quick. But then again, after a full year and a half of nothing,
this year's gone by quick compared to last year.
Yeah.
Like, it felt like the first half of last year took about 20 years to get through.
Yeah. And in fact, if we look over in the comments, we already have a few people kind of saying the same thing. You know, we got Hector talking
Hello.
about... Hey, Hector. Talking about how, you know, the plague's kind of scaring him. And in fairness, if you've been keeping up with any of the Dragon Con news that is coming out, it's a fair sentiment.
But that's Dragon Con. Those don't even count as people. Right?
I thought that was politicians. Politicians don't count as people.
No, it's people that go to BlizzCon. That's what I'm thinking of. Never mind.
Or is that the people that run BlizzCon?
You know, I probably shouldn't say much more because as somebody that works for a major retailer that may or may not have a partnership with them.
Yeah. But, so, Cody, how do you plan for Fan Expo? Don't go to... I mean...
You're not supposed to say the quiet part out loud, Brad.
So, we're definitely going to be talking about a lot of things here.
And look, and we get it. Like, there's a genuine concern about what's going on in the world right now, and people have their opinions and everything like that. Look, I think Brad and I feel like this is definitely something, you know, obviously, we want things to get back to normal as soon as possible, right?
Yes.
I think everybody's going to say that. Everybody's going to feel that.
Oh, absolutely. Now, do we think that normal is now? No. But there are things that we will acknowledge that you can do if you want to go that will make things a little bit better for you.
And safer.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Let's start with the first big one. Don't share needles with anybody. Wait. Oh, those are the wrong notes. Hang on. Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah. But no, we did actually have a full list of, you know, what our top 8 things are. And so we're going to try to, you know, be more or less on topic today.
Hey, Brad, if we can't say the C word, how are we going to do that first one?
I mean...
I'll do it. I'll get us flagged. It's fine. It's fine.
That's fair.
All right, we ready for this?
Okay, so our top 8 things that you need to know before going to...
Wait, we don't have a Letterman-like intro for this?
That's expecting production value.
I want Paul Schaefer over there heckling while we do a top 8.
Well, then, shave your head.
Did it about, like, halfway. Give or take.
Anyway, yes. But no, our top 8 things you need to know before going to Fan Expo Dallas 2021. Now, just as a quick recap for anybody that has not been watching for a long time, when we rebooted our channel 4 years ago to actually, you know, get on a topic, our first series that we did was actually our intro to conventions.
It was.
And so this is essentially going to be a condensed version of that with a bit more focus.
Yeah, because we had no idea what the hell we were doing back then, so...
Well, that's 4 years ago. Things happened.
We're basically going to wipe those from existence, and this is the start over point.
So anyway, first things first. We normally talk about hygiene, but number one, this is a little bit more...
COVID/hygiene. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I don't want to get us flagged. Rona/hygiene. Is that better?
Sure, we'll go with that.
What if we call it the Wuhan plague?
Please don't.
Okay.
We're not going down that road today.
No. So a big thing.
So yeah, we've talked about
Yeah.
hygiene plenty of times when it comes to conventions.
I will never understand somebody that goes to a convention for an entire weekend and doesn't shower once.
Yeah, but we are
not even once, people. Come on.
We are going to go ahead and say, look, there are certain things that you can do for your own hygiene to make sure that you stay clean, you stay safe, and hopefully will, you know, minimize your chances of things. So, yes, shower every day. Wash your hands pretty consistently. Please, 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 bring your own hand sanitizer with you. Don't assume that the convention is going to have enough or that any vendors are going to have enough. Just bring your own. It's the better way to go about it. That way you know that you're going to have something to, you know, stay sanitary with.
I know we're live. Can I drop some curse words?
Just remember Captain America language.
I can't drop a GD?
No.
Can I drop a D? Is that fine? Well, that could mean something totally different. Use some damn common sense, people.
Yeah.
If you're not vaccinated, don't walk around without a mask.
Yeah. Please.
If you're not feeling well, go the hell home.
Yeah.
Don't be around people if you remotely have any symptoms, which is apparently what happened at Dragon Con over the weekend.
Yeah. Be hyper aware of how you feel. If you feel like you're coming down with something, even if you think that it's probably just a cold, it's allergies, whatever, be extra cautious and just maybe back out or stay home and rest today. See how you feel the next day. But please don't try to tough through it and be that guy. And yes, we are going to say be that guy. Not because we assume only guys are going to be the ones doing it, but because, in fairness,
guys are dumbasses.
It's a guy level of stupidity that you have to be pulling off to do that.
Yeah, look, personal experience, I thought it wasn't going to be that big of a deal. My ass slept for 16 hours a day for 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, so please be careful.
Yes.
It's not just your own health that you're taking into consideration. It's literally everybody else at the convention, and we already know that past conventions have their own issues with the flu or the bird flu, if you remember that whole thing.
I do.
So you know, don't risk it if you're feeling a bit under the weather. And if you do go, like Mike said, wear a mask, social distance. Please just be smart. And in the comments, Timothy. So yes, Dragon Con. Apparently they had the start of an outbreak there, where somebody showed up and did not pay attention to their own symptoms. And let's not make Fan Expo that.
Look, you don't want to be that asshole from the zombie movie that gets bitten and doesn't tell anybody. Because we all yell at that guy.
Yeah.
I know I do.
I know
every time I watch a movie and that happens, I start throwing stuff at the screen.
Yeah. Like, I know that sometimes that can be the guy is the comic relief, but not normally. So, you know.
No, he's just a dick.
This is the serious zombie movie, not the comedies.
Correct.
But yes, so that's number one. Stay clean, be hygienic, keep your distance, wear a mask if you're concerned, or really just in general. Please wear a mask. The Dallas Convention Center is a big place, but there's still only so much space for everybody to get into.
Yep.
So don't risk it if you don't have to. Just be smart.
Be smart. Use common sense.
So that's number one. Number two, cosplay. The thing that about half of the convention goers go for. So this one kind of breaks down into two pieces.
Sure.
The featured cosplayers and the guests
Yep.
that go in cosplay. So if you are an attendee going in cosplay, have fun. Don't worry about what people are going to think about your cosplay. Just go have fun. And if you're going to the convention and you see somebody else in a costume that you like, please tell them. Don't be creepy about it, but tell them that you think their cosplay is awesome. Tell them that, hey, that armor build looks really cool, or hey, your wig looks incredible, because there are some really awesome wigs out there with some very talented people. So just, yeah.
Be respectful.
Yes, and of course, the fact that we still have to say this is crazy, but cosplay is not consent. Please, 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 don't do things.
Look, there are several cosplayers that Brad and I are friends with, on a personal level, that we get to see.
Wait, you can be friends not on a personal level?
Well, I mean,
yeah,
this isn't hot enough to throw in your face anymore. I completely just lost my train of thought.
That's fair.
Look, boundaries, people. Boundaries are a thing. Boundaries are real. If you want to talk to somebody about their cosplay, awesome. Talk to them about their cosplay. If you want to ask for a picture, ask for a picture. Like Brad said, don't be creepy about it. Be respectful about it. Are you turning that up brighter? Good God.
I'm turning it less orange. We're going Oompa Loompa.
Oh, God.
I just noticed. I apologize.
Oh, yeah, it's okay. I didn't need my eyes. That's fine.
Oh, wait.
Look, one of the things that a lot of people need to understand, and like Brad said, cosplayers are people.
Yeah.
So be respectful of people's boundaries. Don't do anything that you wouldn't want done to yourself.
Well, let's go a step further. Don't do anything that you wouldn't want done to someone you care about.
Like in the case what happened a couple years back with somebody that we were with that said that they were grabbed, and Brad had to stop me from murdering somebody at K. Bailey Hutchinson.
So yeah, please don't be that guy. Once again, don't be that guy. Yeah, I feel like at this point it's pretty safe to just, if somebody does something dumb, it's a guy thing. Look, yeah.
Look, at this point, I'm pretty much willing to submit my resume to Fan Expo HQ. Then I'll just go around the convention floor with a machete, and if anybody does anything, I'm just gonna start cutting hands off. I did see that. That's actually pretty damn funny.
I mean, yes, you're very correct. It is Karen level as well, not just guy level dumbness, but yeah.
Just remember, you're not
the
special.
thing is, there's a new term that I've been recently introduced to. I think it was actually thanks to Letterkenny, that we can't use certain phrases on here. It's the more crass version of woman up. Because the guy version is,
I'm trying to think of which one you're talking about. We can't say that?
Oh. There you go. There you go.
No, but we can't say the other one?
Not technically.
Not that one, but the other one?
Well, both. Yeah.
I can't say. Really? Why?
It's on the line.
But
anyway,
we're gonna talk about that off air.
The wonders of trying to self-censor to make sure that we don't anger the algorithm.
I just really, that'll flag on the algorithm?
You'd be surprised.
Really?
You'd be surprised.
God. Grow up, hair, Google.
Anyway, but yes, so, and of course with the cosplay featured guests, well, that's...
Also, be respectful.
Yeah, they're people too. I don't care that you follow them on Instagram or TikTok or that they have an OnlyFans or whatever. Regardless of how
what the hell is OnlyFans?
It's
no, I'm just
kidding. It's a thing online with people and controversy. Lots of controversy.
Yeah, apparently Bella Thorne cost them a lot of money.
Yeah. Well, apparently they decided that, like Tumblr, they don't like corn anymore.
No, they're
anti-Husker.
No. They went against that. Now they're saying it's still okay,
Wow.
but they can change their terms of service at any time that they want.
And they're trying to blame the BBC about that today, but that's a whole different story.
Which BBC are we talking about there?
News.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not the
investigation.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Anyway, but yeah, so
Driving right past that neighborhood.
It doesn't matter where. It doesn't matter where you know a cosplayer from. That does not give you the right to do things in person that you may comment to them online.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, you really shouldn't be commenting that to them online, but that's a conversation for a different day, different venue, a lot more crass verbiage to you.
Our Thursday episode, basically.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
No.
But seriously, though.
The same thing applies. Be respectful.
Yeah.
They're people. Just because they have a booth doesn't mean that you can go up while they're in the middle of something and interrupt them and yell at them and talk to them and demand all of their time. They're people.
Yes.
They have a schedule that they're set to for the weekend. They have people that they want to see. They have other people to interact with. Don't try to monopolize their time.
Yeah. And speaking of, please don't monopolize their time.
Yeah.
Our number 3 on our list, celebrity guests.
Yeah.
Number 1, just to get this out of the way, because it comes up so often, a celebrity guest cancellation is not a personal attack on you. Please stop thinking it is. I know. It's disappointing that this year's Fan Expo, the Hobbit reunion from the cast from The Lord of the Rings, is not going to be able to make it now. That's disappointing.
Very much so.
But just remember, if you paid ahead of time, you get refunded. That's not a reason to go into the comments online to start tearing apart the convention, and it's definitely not a reason. Can't believe this actually happens almost every year. It's not a reason to go to the poor volunteers at the ticket booths and try to tear them a new one because the guests you were there for canceled.
Yeah, because
please don't do that.
Because they're responsible for that.
Please don't do that.
Yep.
You will get a refund.
So
that's how that works. But please don't do that.
Basically, what we're saying is don't act like a 10-year-old that doesn't get their way.
Yes, basically.
Be a damn adult. People have things going on in their lives.
Yeah.
People are worried about the things that are going on in the world right now. If they want to pull out, it is well within their right to back out of a convention and delay it for a year.
Yeah.
Or not be there. It sucks. It does. There were people that I was looking forward to maybe seeing this year that pulled out and backed out.
Yeah.
Oh, well that sucks. But that's a human being. So I completely get it.
Yeah.
And then we all move on with our lives.
So, and of course, please, when you do get in line to get an autograph or for a photo, remember there are other people in line. Please don't bogart their time. Don't try to ask for more than is appropriate. You know, if you're there for an autograph, please don't ask for 5. Please don't ask.
Well, if you're going to pay for 5.
Well, yeah, if you're going to pay for it, but if you're going to pay for 1 and then say, can you just, do my shirt? And then, it's for my brother that's not here. Or, it's for my mom. She's a big fan of yours. If they're there charging for autographs, you need to be willing to pay for each one. If they charge for pictures, unless they offer at their table, please don't ask for it at their table. That's not being courteous to them, and it's not being courteous to the other people in line. Just please be respectful of everybody.
And be respectful. If you want a picture with a guest and they ask to wear the mask, just be respectful. Don't be a dick.
And of course, please, because there's almost no way to be able to socially distance in line for an autograph, please wear your masks in line for your autographs. I cannot emphasize that part enough. Those are the parts of the convention hall that will get the most crowded, waiting for your pictures, waiting for your autographs. Be careful.
Well,
be cautious.
Unless you're me. 'Cause I got antibodies.
Ha. We'll see how that works. Anyway.
You willing to bet money on it? 'Cause I am.
Anyway,
Yeah.
So number 4, is it? Yes, number 4 on our list.
Mhm.
Artist Alley.
Yep.
Mike,
What?
take it away.
This is one of the best parts of
Sweet hell.
the
Wrong C word.
Sound it out. No, so
Anyway.
No, so Artist Alley is honestly like one of the highlights of any convention. It is exactly what it sounds like. Just artists literally lined up table to table to table. Now this year, don't know how they're gonna spread it out or anything like that.
Yeah, we're still waiting for the full
Actual full
layout, but
and
yes.
everything. But it's literally, you can just go down the line and it's comic artist, comic artist, comic artist, 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 comic artist. And you just walk up, you can talk to them, you can get them to sign anything. It is honestly one of the highlights of any convention. Because they are literally just sitting there and, you know, if you're respectful about it, it is full access. Like, you can go up, have conversations with them while they're signing your stuff. And if they're not even, you know, if they're not that busy, they'll even sit there and genuinely have a, like, candid and honest and drawn-out interaction with you.
Well, yeah, and, I mean, you gotta remember, the artists that go to these conventions, whether they're published artists or not, they do what they do because they love it.
Yep.
And so if you like their work and want to be able to compliment them on their work, want to be able to, you know, try to ask them about it, most of the time, as long as, you know, it's not at an inconvenient time when there are like 20 other people waiting in line to get their stuff, they're more than happy to talk to you about it, talk to you about their inspiration, talk to you about their experience, whatever. It is a wonderful time all around.
Hell, I'll never forget, I think it was the first fan days that we had press access. We were walking around, and Chris Claremont was one of the... And he's just like, hey, how's it going? I'm like, hey, holy shit, you're Chris Claremont.
Yeah.
And I pretty much lost it right then and there. But, like, to give you an idea, we sat there and talked to the guy for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, which is just
And then
wonderful.
people started realizing, holy shit, it's Chris Claremont, and then just swarmed his table.
Yeah, no, it is just wonderful. We absolutely cannot say enough good things. In fact, you know, we met a friend of the show, Jeff Balke, as one of the artists over in Artist Alley, and he has been a great friend to the show.
Yep.
It's so fun to be able to talk to him whenever he comes in town.
Yeah.
Still like his...
Is he going to be there this week?
I don't think so,
Okay.
but I do still love his
Yes.
little animated squirrel that he has as his main character for his animation studio.
Yes.
That little guy is awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, and speaking of artists that are going to be at Fan Expo, if you've been watching our recent shows, you probably saw our last show, which was our interview with Timmy Britt, former Disney Imagineer, former senior art director for Disney World and Universal Studios Orlando. Incredible guy, and he's actually going to be at Fan Expo Dallas as well. And he's definitely somebody that will be happy to tell you all about the art that he does, be able to show you a thing or two. And in fact, if you want to be able to see how he does what he does and learn a thing or two from him, every Wednesday of this month at Madness Games and Comics up in Plano, he's actually doing an evening class teaching people how to draw superheroes. So that's a thing that you can go check out if you are here locally, and if you're not here locally, fix that, because you should go check that out. Or just come to Fan Expo and check out his booth there, because he's awesome. He has a new book. Once again, if you did not see our interview, new book, amazing, hits all the feels. I'm still finishing the last bits of it, but I've already found a few more pieces where I've curled up in the ball in the corner trying to recover, because existential crises abound.
Yeah.
But it's amazing. Yeah.
Agreed.
But anyway,
Okay.
moving on from the Artist Alley, which seriously though you need to go check out. Vendors and merch. So a couple points on here.
Don't go on.
So a couple points here. The first of which is
that shopping spree? Am I reading that right?
Yeah. So if you've never been to a convention before, you probably can assume, but don't know exactly. Merch at a convention is expensive.
And there's
like it can get
ton
really expensive.
Of it.
Yeah, and if you like nerdy things of all types, if you go to different websites online for nerdy shirts or nerdy, nerdy whatever those dangly things are for the ceiling fans. I don't know what they're called.
Whatever those dangly things are. Okay, I'll go ahead and take
the thing at the end of the chains.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I got it.
If you like pops, if you like backpacks.
You said to say the P word, didn't you, Brad?
There's literally something for almost every fandom and every type of something that you can think of. And the internet, you can find anything on the internet, but it's all in one place at the convention.
I just realized with all the My Hero voice actors there's probably going to be My Hero pops that I don't have. So
of
I'll probably
course.
be spending a lot of money this
weekend.
But like Brad said, it's...
Be careful, you'll spend your money quickly.
As far as the eye can see, there is merch stands left and right, and they're all different things. Like he said, pops, from action figures, belts, shirts, socks, hats. I bought one of my favorite coffee mugs there 4 years ago. The Back to the Future DeLorean coming out, and it's got the date, and I was there.
Yeah.
So, like he said, do not just buy everything at the beginning of the day, because you are going to carry all of that stuff with you throughout the day. Another little tip.
And you don't know what you're going to find later in the day that
Yes.
you may want to save your money for.
Exactly. Yes, another tip. Budget yourself. Hey, I'm taking this much with me. I'm not going past it.
It's like Vegas.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Another
it's like
thing that I will
Vegas.
say. The merch stands that sell comics, like trades and that kind of stuff.
Ooh, yeah.
They'll have single issues, they'll have trades, they'll have a bunch of other stuff. One of the things that you'll want to do is you'll want to hit those up earlier in the day. Kind of get an idea for what they have in terms of stock. If there's something that you're eyeballing, make note of it, come back later in the day, pick it up on your way out.
Yeah.
Or you can do what I do, which is wait until Sunday, and they're going to give you discounts and they're going to give you deals because it's less stuff that they have to pack up when they're leaving.
Yes. Now, just keep in mind, if you do, that happens with most vendors, but
they're not. It's not guaranteed, but they're willing
Yeah.
to. They're willing to work with you.
if there is something that you just really, really want, be aware if this is a one-of-a-kind thing
Yes.
or a limited run issue of whatever, you can't assume that those type of things are going to be around all weekend. So if it's something you absolutely have to have, yes, get it while you can. But if it's something that you might like to have, maybe wait and see what happens as you go.
Also, God, we've said this so many damn times. Be respectful.
Just because somebody doesn't have something doesn't mean you can be an ass.
Or just because they're not willing to give you a deal on it.
Don't be an ass.
There you go. Also, there are vendors that will sit there and say things like, hey, don't touch anything.
Yes. Don't be an ass.
There you
And
go.
that's a lot of like the prop replica vendors that, you know, something could be breakable or something could be heavy and they don't want somebody to get hurt or whatever. There are a lot of reasons why they might say don't touch it, please, even though the thing is for sale. Just like, for example, there was 2 years ago when Fan Expo actually happened, there was a massive booth there for blown glass figures, doing all of these different scenes for Disney characters and Star Wars characters and Marvel and all of these really cool, like, cutesy little fun things. It's awesome. But while they let you touch whatever, there were a lot of signs saying, please be careful.
Yeah.
Because it was very easy to accidentally bump something like, say, with a backpack when you're turning, because it was tight quarters, and bumping one thing could cascade, and now half their merchandise is out.
Yep. And
So-
you got to pay for it.
Yeah, please be careful. please.
And if you're unsure, ask. Like, hey, is it okay if I pick this up to get a better look at it?
Yeah, 100%. Now, going on to our sixth item on the list.
Yeah.
Fifth item on the list. Because there are 8. Panels. These are amazing.
Yes.
Check out the schedule first when you get there. Find the ones you want. Even look it up on the website beforehand.
Yep.
Just find what you want, plan it out, set a reminder, go check it out. And pro tip, if there's a panel that you maybe want to go to, you're not necessarily that big into it, but it could be fun. Pay attention to what time it is, because panels at a convention, whether it's a drawing seminar or it's a game show panel or it's a Q&A or whatever, they're always better air conditioned than the main floor, and they have seats.
Yep.
And if you've been walking around all day, if you plan it out right, you can plan out to have just enough panels to go duck into to keep yourself rested mostly throughout the day, so that you're not collapsing before the day is over.
Another thing, if there is a panel that you absolutely want to be at,
get there early.
Yes. We unfortunately found that out the hard way with Kevin Conroy a couple years ago, when we got there 15 minutes before and, oh hey, the panel's full. I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. And of course, big thing. Pay attention to the big events. It may seem like a panel, but if there's an event in one of the bigger halls, or since this is the Kay Bailey Hutchinson, if there's something in the Coliseum or whatever, and it's for the headliner of the convention. Pay attention to see if it is labeled as a special event.
Correct.
Special events have special tickets.
Yep.
And if you don't buy that ahead of time, you're not going to get in. And those tickets can and often do sell out early.
Yeah.
So pay attention, check it out, and if you go to try to get the ticket the day of, don't be surprised if you can't.
Yep.
So, yeah, pay attention.
Yep. And to answer your question, we haven't been to the Matrix website yet, but we have seen the teasers.
Yeah.
The teaser images, and I think the trailer drops tomorrow, so, I don't know. 2 and 3 were such a big disappointment, and it's been like 15 years.
But I will say, Timothy, I did actually see your Neo cosplay on North Texas, the North Texas cosplay group, if I can speak, and it was awesome. Good job. I'm actually really looking forward to seeing that at the con. Yeah. So then next up, and these last two are gonna feel kind of common sense, but you'd be surprised. Food. Please eat while you're there and drink water. And not like, oh, I'm going to drink a little bit of water at the beginning of the day and then nothing, and then maybe eat some peanuts or something at the beginning of the day and then nothing. Eat and drink regularly.
Yep. Eat before you get there. You don't realize how much strain it puts on your body when you don't eat for 5 hours and you're constantly moving and walking around.
Yeah.
And then you pass out.
Especially if you're carrying things.
Which happens every damn year.
And if you're going in cosplay, it's even more important that you keep up with your water. Because no matter how you think your cosplay is going to handle in the convention center, it is more likely than not that you're going to have some heat problems. And you don't want to be overheating and getting dehydrated walking around the convention center in this really cool cosplay that you've got or worked on or whatever, and then you start getting lightheaded in the middle of an aisle. Please keep up with your water, keep up with your food.
Also, this year, plan ahead. The last couple of years, it's been mainly like assembly line stuff, and it's been stuff. We don't know what the food situation is going to be this year.
Yeah, but no matter what the food situation is, just be aware that if you happen to go by one of the concession stands and see typical concession stand food, that is not your only option. That is an option.
Right.
But there are other food options around, other food places, especially at Dallas Convention Center, where you can get actual food.
Right.
And of course, every now and then you get lucky over in the vendor section of the main floor of the convention, where some vendors will be there selling specialty chocolates or specialty some other kind of edible something that you can go and grab and eat while you're walking around.
Oh, not those kind of edible things.
Unfortunately, not yet. Maybe in a year or two, but we
can't get gambling here. You think we're gonna get that? Come on.
We'd be surprised.
Come on.
I mean, you're not wrong, but
I mean,
we can hope.
I get it with all the Californians moving here.
We can hope.
But then still.
But yes. Yes. You have a very
really
good point.
Yeah.
Make sure that any cosplay you do wear, you have given it a good test to use in the bathroom, because the last thing you want is to have to go to the restroom, and it takes 10 to 20 minutes to get out of it to even a halfway reasonable degree.
Or you don't want to have somebody have to go in there to help you get out of it.
Which has been a thing with people we've known, because they got overambitious with an armor build, or in one case, a monster build.
Yeah.
So yes,
it's like you need a damn spotter. Like you're going for a powerlifting record.
Give it a test run.
Yes.
Yes, but that also gets to another point. Pay attention to where the restrooms are.
Yes.
There are plenty.
Yes.
But if you don't realize where they are, it can take you a minute. So pay attention. But now, getting on to our eighth and final point, and we're almost within the time constraint that we had said. 30, 45 minutes.
Give or take.
Transportation. I don't know if you've been to downtown Dallas, but parking sucks.
I don't know if you've been downtown anywhere, but parking sucks.
Yeah. So just keep in mind, if you're driving yourself, look for parking options ahead of time.
There are tons of standalone parking lots down there. You're going to pay for them, obviously.
And they can be expensive.
And you're going to walk. But to be honest, that's generally your best bet, unless you're going to Uber down there or something along those lines.
But do realize, if you drive yourself, you're probably not going to be parking near the convention. You're probably going to be at least a few blocks away or further. So,
which isn't terrible.
Just be sure that you're paying attention to the weather, and if you're in cosplay, you're not wearing something that walking that far outside is going to be a problem.
Which is another thing that we didn't talk about. Wear shoes that are designed for walking in. Wear shoes that are designed that you're going to be on your feet for a while. I am a Converse person. I love me my Converse.
But
for these, I wear running shoes. I wear cross trainers. I wear stuff that are designed to take a beating, for me to be on my feet all day, and for me to not feel like I was walking flat-footed for 5 miles.
Yeah, because if you don't, blisters are not an uncommon thing for especially first-time con-goers.
Which, it's also going to sound weird as well, but also bring an extra pair of socks.
Ooh, yeah, because you can't guarantee what the AC is going to be doing in there, or if it's going to be able to keep up. So
and even
it can get sweaty.
And even if you do have good shoes, socks that get soaked with sweat still cause blisters just as bad.
Yeah.
And maybe even bring like an extra shirt too.
Yeah. But hey, you know. Oh, Aaron, hi. Hi.
We don't acknowledge you.
You don't. I do.
Well, no, that's what I meant by we. I'm speaking.
Oh, the royal. Got it.
Yeah.
But yes. If you're gonna be driving yourself, pay attention to that. If you're gonna Uber,
pay attention to that.
Do that. Just remember that you may be getting some higher prices during the convention, because it's just how it goes.
And wait times are going to be longer too.
Oh yeah. But then, of course, you can always take the train. Now,
Yeah.
the train does have a drop-off at the convention center, but you need to pay attention to which line you're on, because it's not the hub for all of the lines nearby.
Because I think the green drops, because we usually do the green.
Yeah, the green...
And it drops, I think, 3 blocks?
3-ish,
Yeah.
up by the west end.
Yep.
But yes, yeah, definitely pay attention to that. If you're gonna do it, that's cool. You can always train hop to be able to get to the one that'll take you to the convention center. But if not, just keep in mind how far your drop-off point is to the convention center.
And also keep in mind, at the end of a long day, you're going to be tired.
And so walking back to where you got dropped off might be a problem for you.
Even driving back home.
And just to point out, if you do take the green line and you get dropped off at the west end rather than trying to change over to, I think it's the red line that drops off at the...
I think,
Yeah.
It's either the... Yeah, I think it's the red. That sounds right.
You will have to walk by the Greyhound station. So, depending on if you're going to be walking back past there at night, that could be interesting.
We don't condone violence, but we do condone self-defense.
So, you know,
That's all I'll
not
say about
necessarily
that.
something you want to jump on too late. Anyway, there you go.
Maybe bring an extra magazine for your firearm if you're walking past that at night, is all we're saying. Right? We're both saying that?
Well, you're gonna get weapons checked at the convention, so don't bring a firearm.
Okay, so find a good hiding... Oh, you know what? Never mind. Just, yeah, never mind.
Red and blue drop off at the convention.
That's what it was.
There it is.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We should probably know this stuff ahead of time.
What do you would think?
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so those are our top 8 tips. Please just think ahead, be courteous, and don't be an ass.
I feel like everything we've talked about today just gets summed up with don't be an ass.
I mean, doesn't everything in life? Typically.
Yeah.
So, anywho.
But I kind of live my life by the motto, to hell with people and their feelings.
No, that's you. With that, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. We do appreciate it. As now that we are...
he appreciates it. I get paid regardless.
Now that we are fully back in studio...
Right? The check's in the mail?
Sure.
All right.
Now that we're fully back in studio together, we will definitely be doing more of these. So keep an eye out. And of course, if you have not already, please do be sure to go over to Facebook if you're not already there, and it probably helps if I
press
have it
the
right.
damn button, Brad.
There it is. Like and follow us over on Facebook, and like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell over on YouTube to be able to be notified when we go live or post a new video most Fridays.
I wouldn't even say hit the subscribe button, smash it, like the kids say nowadays.
Smash, destroy, obliterate.
Well, I keep hearing the term smash all over the place.
Well, I think that means something different.
Does it?
Yeah, it depends.
Are you sure?
Depends on context.
I mean, I'm in my 30s now, so it's possible, but I felt like I had a good pulse with...
And then, of
young-
course,
no?
if you want to be able to check out more of our content but don't have time for the videos, you can always go check out the audio of all of our live shows and interviews, and now our Thursday audio-exclusive podcasts over at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, and Stitcher, because... reasons.
Because shameless self-promotion.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So with that, guys, thank you so very much for joining us today. We appreciate it. And until next time, I'm Brad, that's Mike, we're Dallas Geek, and...